Hi, we're Group 3, and we're going to tell you how to go grocery shopping for breakfast and hamburger items. Group 3 consists of our members,
Ebraham,
Enrique Landeros.
Austin Myers,
Fernando Ramirez.
Brian Rogers.
Minh.
and this is for Professor Rodriguez's EE 186 class. The date is the 14th of September 2020.
He will start in the parking lot to the car. He will then move on to pick up the cart, and then he will enter the store. And through that, he will go through the fruits and vegetable aisles, then head to the breads, proceed to the meat and deli, and then he'll go to the dairy sections. And then next will be the frozen food, and then the non-perishable goods. Finally he'll head up to the checkout, and will then proceed to exit the store, return back to his car, and then will be the end of our project.
Scenario: family of four, father, mother, and son and daughter, well off, not physically or mentally disciplined. Living in suburban, is the father will go in grocery shopping.
All right, assumptions of the library. So the father's educated, no history of previous footages within the family, fluent in the English language, all five senses work properly, can work a shopping cart, knows how to look right and left and how to turn 90 or 80 degrees in either direction, knows how to tear one bag off a produce bag dispenser and open a produce bag to put a grocery item inside, owns a car. The shopping cart will automatically release itself from the others when the father grabs the cart handle and begins walking backwards from the shopping cart storage. The store will not sell expired items or have them available on their shelves. The father knows how to check for expiration dates or can tell when an object's expired. The father will never grab an item that he can tell is physically expired, or whenever he grabs an item, he will check the date, and if expired, he will put that object back, grab another, and check again. The father possesses enough money on his credit card to cover the cost of groceries, has a credit card, knows how to work on it, pays his bills, has a wallet in his pants pocket with his credit card inside, knows how to take out and put back his wallet and credit card, and has prepared a grocery list. So the father knows what a generic brand of product is. So if he cannot find a specific item, he will then select a generic brand as a substitute. Also, he knows what a name brand item is. If he originally was going to buy a generic brand item and a generic brand is not available, then a name brand item as a substitute is available. If the father does not get a substitute item, then he will replace the original item with a substitute item on a grocery list. The father can tell if one checkout lane is shorter than the other if there are fewer customers. He knows how to avoid other customers if in his way or wait until they're out of his way. He knows what a ticket dispenser ticket number system looks like, knows the general map layout of the supermarket. He will get the least amount of objects to fill the minimum quantity and follow the fixed amount of the grocery list, knows when a customer has finished checking out. The grocery store follows all state regulations. There is a butcher or attendant at the deli counter duty. There's a checkout person on duty. He knows how to stack items in his cart to prevent items from getting crushed. The father knows how to take out and put back items in his cart one by one when checking out. Start in the parking lot next to the cart and ends at the cart.
So every grocery store depends on its layout. So for this project, I basically separated it into all the sections that a typical grocery store has, such as the dairy, meat and deli, breads, non-perishable goods, refrigerated, and fruits and vegetables section. And with this layout, you'll see throughout the presentation, there's going to be snippets of this map, and we're going to have a green star to show where he starts and a red star to show where he stops for each specific slide.
Our grocery list is to serve 4 people. The breakfast items we're going to be needing are the Kellogg's Eggo Buttermilk Waffles, a minimum of pack of 4 waffles, 1 bottle of syrup, minimum of 12 fluid ounces, 1 pack of blueberry bagels, a minimum of 4, 1 generic pack of butter, 16 ounces, generic cream cheese spread, a minimum of 16 ounces, generic vanilla yogurts, 4, 1 gallon of fat-free milk, and a around 30-ounce can of coffee. For burger items, we're going to need 1 pound of 80% lean, 20% fat ground beef, a minimum of 12 ounces of seasoning salt, minimum of 3 ounces of ground black hamburger buns with a minimum of 4 in a pack. The toppings we're going to need for the hamburgers are iceberg lettuce, globe tomato, yellow onion, cheese, 1 pack of cheese slices, 1 bottle of ketchup, minimum 20 ounces, and 1 bottle of mustard, minimum 20 ounces. And as you see on the bottom, we've categorized the store by section so that it's easier for us to navigate.
And to start off, the father starts at the car. So he's going to enter the store and pick up a grocery cart along the way from the car. So when he's right next to his car, he's going to be, if he's not at the entrance of the store, he's going to position his body towards the front entrance. And while he's walking to the front entrance and he's on the paved asphalt road or in the pedestrian crossing, he's going to look right and left. If there are no vehicles coming in his direction, he's going to continue walking across the pedestrian crossing until he reaches the front entrance. If there is a vehicle coming in his direction, then he's going to wait until the vehicle is no longer in his path. And if he's finally at the store entrance, he's going to get a shopping cart by turning 90 degrees to the right, walking towards the shopping cart storage, grasping the cart handle of one grocery cart with his left and right hand. Then he's going to return to the entrance by walking backwards while grasping the shopping cart. Once he's at the entrance, he's going to turn 90 degrees to the left to reposition himself towards the front entrance of the automatic sliding doors. And if he's at the front entrance, then he's going to walk through and push the shopping cart through the automatic sliding doors until he reaches the beginning of aisle A in the fruits and vegetables section. And while he's at the fruits and vegetables section, and he does not have all the fruits and vegetable items on the list, or he's not at the end of aisle D, if he sees one of the objects from the list while walking down the aisle, then he's going to proceed forward and push the cart until he's within arm's reach of the object. Once he's at the object, he's going to slow to a stop and release his arms from the cart handle and put them at his side. If the object is a glowed tomato or yellow onion, then he's going to walk towards the nearest produce bag dispenser. He's going to grab one of the bags with one hand from the bag roll by gradually pulling the outermost bag on the roll until he sees the semi-cut edge. Then he'll stop pulling and grab the bag with one hand, and with the other hand, he's going to tear the bag at the semi-cut edge to release it from the dispenser. After, he's going to open the bag with the other hand used to tear the bag from the dispenser on the side where it says "Open here." He'll continue holding the produce bag with one hand. Then he'll return to the cart next to the object he was going to grab. Once he reaches with his open hand to grab the object, he'll gently place it in the produce bag and gently release the object once the object touches the bottom of the bag. If he has not met the minimum requirement, he'll repeat the last step. Then he'll hold on to the bag and gently place it in the cart until the bottom of the produce bag has touched the bottom of the cart basket. He'll release his grasp from the produce bag. He can remove the item now from the list, and he'll grasp the cart handle again with his hands. Else, if the object is not a tomato or onion, then he'll reach with one hand to grab the object because he doesn't need a produce bag. Then he'll hold onto the object and gradually place the object into the cart until the bottom of the object has touched the bottom of the cart basket. He'll release his grasp from the object, and he'll remove the object from the list, and he'll grasp the cart handle again with his hands. If he does not see any or any more of the objects on the aisle, then he'll proceed to the end of the aisle. If he's at the end of aisle C or aisle A, he's going to make a 90-degree turn to the left, walk forward until he's at the next aisle, and make another 90-degree turn to the left. However, if he's at the end of aisle B, he'll make a 90-degree turn to the right, walk forward until he's at the next aisle, and make another 90-degree turn to the right. And then after this loop has been completed, he'll proceed to the back wall aisle, and if not already, and proceed along the back wall until he reaches aisle 2, the bread section. Then he'll make a 90-degree turn to the left.
Proceed walking down the aisle of the bread section. While at the bread section and you don't have hamburger bun bagel in your cart, or you haven't researched the end of the aisle. If you see bag of 4 or great hamburger buns or bag of 4 or more than bagel the aisle, continue walking and push the cart until you are with arm length from the item. Release your hand from the cart and research with one hand. Grab the object, then gently place the object in your cart until the bottom of the object has touched the bottom of the cart basket. Now release and grab. You remove the item from your list, grab the cart hand and again with your hand. Proceed forward down the aisle unless you see another item in the list. Make a 180-degree turn and walking back down the aisle until you reach the back wall aisle. If you add the back wall aisle, then make 90-degree turn to the left and proceed down the back aisle until you reach the meat aisle section on the right-hand side.
So once you've left the bread section, proceed walking until you reach the deli counter on the right-hand side. If there is no line, stop your cart and release your hands from the cart handle and put them at your side. Approach the next available butcher or attendant. If there is a line, proceed towards the ticket dispenser, take a number system, until within arm's reach. Then stop your cart, release your hands from the handle, and grab with one hand a paper ticket number that is sticking out of the machine and give it a slight pull. Once the ticket tears off from the next, hold on to your ticket and put your hands back on the cart handle. Push your cart and stop within 6 feet of the customer in front of you who is waiting in line. Proceed moving the cart forward until the next customer moves up in line, but remember to keep your 6 feet distance. Once your number has been called or everyone has been attended to, then push the cart until you approach the next available butcher or attendant at the counter. Release your hands from the cart handle and put them at your side. If your number was called, give the butcher or attendant your ticket. Proceed to order the necessary amount of ground beef by telling the butcher or attendant, I would like 1 pound of 80% lean, 20% fat ground beef. Wait for the butcher to place the beef in a septic bag, weigh it, and give it to you. Grasp the bag with one hand firmly. Then, place the bag of beef in your cart gently until the bag touches the bottom of the cart basket. Release your grasp on the bag and put your hands back on the cart handle. You will then remove the item from your list. Proceed walking forward along the back wall until you reach the dairy section.
Navigating through the store, the dairy section. Continue walking forwards along the back or wall aisle next to the open-air dairy section until you have found yourself at the butters and creams subsection. In front of you will be a variety of different butters and creams. If you cannot find generic butter or any substitutes for generic butter that meet the minimum requirements, then skip this step. Else, select the butter and be sure that the quantity of butter packaged is at least 16 ounces. Once selected, use your right hand to grab the butter and place it securely into your shopping cart until it has touched the bottom of the cart basket. After the butter is secured in your shopping cart, release your grasp from the object, remove the item from your list, grab your shopping cart handle with both hands, and push the cart to the cream cheese subsection of the aisle. Find the generic brand of cream cheese spread. If you cannot find generic cream cheese spread or any substitute for generic cream cheese spread that meet the minimum requirements, then skip this step. Else, reach out with your right hand, grab the container gently but firmly, lift it from the shelf, ensure the quantity of the cream cheese spread is at least 16 ounces, and place it securely into your shopping cart until it has touched the bottom of the cart basket. Then release your grasp from the item. You can remove the item from your list. Grab the handles of your shopping cart and push forward to the yogurt subsection of the dairy aisle. Once at the yogurt subsection, let go of the handlebars of the shopping cart and put your hands at your side. If you cannot find any generic vanilla yogurt or substitute for generic vanilla yogurt that meet the minimum requirements, then skip this step. Else, reach out with your right hand, grab 1 vanilla yogurt cup, lift it from the shelf, and place it securely into your shopping cart until the object touches the bottom of the cart basket. Then release the object from your grasp. Repeat these last 2 actions until you have 4 yogurt cups in your cart. You can remove the item from your list. Then, grab the shopping cart handle and continue forward to the milk subsection. Once there, release your grip from the shopping cart, letting your hands fall to your sides. If you cannot find 1 gallon fat-free milk or any substitutes for 1 gallon of fat-free milk, then skip this step. Else, reach out with your right hand, grab the milk jug handle, lift it from the shelf, place it into the shopping cart securely until the object touches the bottom of the cart basket, and release your grasp from the object. You can remove the item from your list. Put your hands back on the cart, and if not already, continue until you reach the end of the dairy section.
From the dairy milk section, make 19-degree turn to the left and proceed down the aisle 6. Continue walking until located mini refrigerator on the right hand and the left hand side, which is starting the frozen food section. While at the frozen food section and you do not have Cabo Ego waffle in your cart or you haven't not researched the end of the aisle, proceed walking forward until you find Ego waffle. If you find a Kilo Ego waffle, and then stop the cart with the arm and research for the item. Release your hand from the cart hand and put them at your side. Open the refrigerator with one hand, then keep it open. With other hand, grab the Kilo Ego waffle box and make sure it's feel minimum quality on and gently place it in your cart until the object touches the cart basket. You can remove the item from your list. Let go the refrigerator door with your other hand and grabs the cart hand with both hands. If at the end of the frozen food section and make 19-degree turn to the left and proceed walking down the many aisles until you reach aisle 4 and make 19-degree and turn of the left.
While you're at the non-perishable goods section and you do not have all the non-perishable items from the list, or you're not at the end of aisle 3, if you see one of the non-perishable items from the list while walking down the aisle, then proceed forward and push the cart until you are within arm's reach of the object. Once you're at the object, slow to a stop and release your arms from the cart handle and put your hands at your side. Reach with one hand to grab the object, make sure it fulfills the minimum requirement, and place the object only in your cart until the object has touched the bottom of the cart basket. Release your grabs from the object. You can remove the item from your list, grasp the cart handle again with your hand. Else, if you do not see any more objects from the list on the aisle and you're at the end of aisle 4, make a 90-degree turn to the right at the end of the aisle, walk forward to the next aisle, and make another 90-degree turn to the right and proceed down aisle 3. Else, proceed forward until you see another item or are at the end of the aisle. If you're at the end of aisle 3, then walk forward to arrive at the checkout station. At the checkout station, if there's a worker at the end of the station and the line is not longer than any other open checkout station, then proceed to this checkout lane. If there is a customer in front of you, then let them go first and maintain a 6 feet distance from them. While they have still not checked out but move forward, and you must proceed forward but keep a 6 feet distance from the customer. Once the customer finishes checking out, then push your cart next to the conveyor belt. Take your hand off the cart handle and take the objects out of the cart one by one and put them on the conveyor belt. Once the cart is empty, grab the cart handle again with your two hands and proceed forward until you are within arm's length of the credit card machine. Once the checker has finished scanning all the items and tells you the final cost, take out your wallet out of your pants pocket and take your credit card out of your wallet. After pay for the item by swiping your credit card through the slot in the credit card machine from top to bottom with the stripe facing the left on the back of the card. If you have successfully made your payment, then put your credit card back in your wallet and put your wallet back in your pants pocket. Else, repeat the last step to swipe again. Once the cashier hands you a receipt, then grab it with one of your hands and place it in your cart. Then take out all the groceries that you have purchased and put them back into your cart one by one. Grasp the cart handle again with both hands and then proceed to exit the store.
Exiting the store. If at the checkout and you have paid, then proceed to the exit by walking past the checkout lane, make a 90-degree left turn, walk down the front entrance aisle until you reach the automatic sliding doors, and make a 90-degree right turn. Once at the automatic sliding doors, then proceed forward through the exit until you come to the pedestrian crossing. While walking to the car and you are on a paved asphalt road or in a pedestrian crossing or have not reached the car, look right at the left. If there are no vehicles coming in your direction, then continue walking forward until you reach the car. If there is a vehicle coming in your direction, then wait until the vehicle is no longer in your path.
These references are for the images that were used during this PowerPoint. This concludes our presentation. If there are any questions.